Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yes. Let's start today with agenda with reading Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, this is my pleasure to welcome you all to this lecture. My name is Indah Riwayati, and I will be your moderator for this session. We have an exciting program lined up, filled with insightful presentation and discussion from our esteemed speaker, who are expert in the respective field. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge our host, HASYIM University, and also CAVITE State University, Philippines, and thank them for making this event possible. We are also grateful to each of you for taking the time to join us today. As you present here reflect the importance of the topic we are about to discuss. Okay. Today's lecture we have two topics, and the first is about learn thinking. Learn thinking, its mean maybe in Indonesia is berpikir ramping. Learn thinking. It's mean that we have to cutting costs, improving quality, and speeding delivery. So this topic is focused on the manufacturing process, maybe. This is right, okay. And this is the manufacturing process. So it's could be all of you is from mechanical engineering and also informatic engineering and chemical engineering, right? So the manufacturing process will can apply this concept, I think. This is right. And then the second topic is about exploring emerging trends and possibilities in the sciences. We aim to provide not just knowledge, but also practical takeaway that you can apply in your own and work in life. Here a quick rundown of how we will proceed. So we'll start with the first topic today. The presentation about learn thinking, cutting costs, improving quality, and speeding delivery. And it will be presented by Dr. Willy C. Bukletin. And we'll end with an open question and answer session. So I encourage you to take a note maybe and prepare for some question for him. And before we start the presentation, I think I will to introduce our speaker today. Dr. Willy C. Bukletin is graduate of Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering from San Sebastian College, Recoletos, the CAVITE, Philippines. And then he is also graduate from Master of Engineering with specialization in Manufacturing Engineering from the Pamantasan Lungsod, Manila. And he is also obtained Doctor of Philosophy in Technology Management from Technological University of the Philippines, Manila. And he is also Dean of the College of Engineering and Information Technology and CAVITE State University, Indang CAVITE. He is also already has so many publications, yeah, including in IEEE, also in Scopus Indexes journal. And then he is also involved in so many funded research projects, yeah. And he already a seasoned presenter, having shared with insight, research finding in numerous national, also international conferences. Okay, now I think please join me in welcoming Dr. Willy C. Bukletin. I think time and place is yours.
So thank you for your time attending this seminar. So, and of course, we are very grateful to have new friends here at UNWAHAS. So, the people here at UNWAHAS are very accommodating, and they are all what we call the happy people. Are you excited this morning? Excited, very good. So, how are you today? Okay, so thank you. So, our discussion focus more on the lean thinking. So, we're going to have the cutting cost, and at the same time, we're going to improve the quality and speeding delivery. So, actually, when we focus more on lean thinking, so our target is more on the waste elimination. We have the pembuangan sampah. So that will be our focus in terms of this topic. So I think all of you are from the engineering, and let's say after graduation, you will join to manufacturing, whether the service or the manufacturing side. And another part of the lean thinking, we need to eliminate waste in order to increase productivity. Kita perlu menghilangkan limbah untuk meningkatan produktivitas. So that is the goal of the lean thinking. Another goal is to produce quality products with less cost. Tujuan kami adalah untuk menghasilkan produk-produk berkualitas dengan biaya lebih murah. So that will be the, am I correct? Thank you. So that will be the goal when we say the lean thinking. Of course, when we join a different organization after our graduation, let's say if we are holding a higher position, let's say we are the supervisor, we are the managers, we are the owner of a certain company, so we need to cut costs, okay? And at the same time, we need to produce quality products. What will happen if we produce low quality products? Maybe a lot of customer will have a complaints, right? And if that case happen again and again, so maybe we will result to bankruptcy. Okay? And another, we need to have speedy the delivery because we have the target delivery schedule set by our customer. We need to comply that based on their set target. Okay, that will be our objectives. We need to provide an overview of lean, provide the basic knowledge on lean tools for removing waste and enhancing the customer value, because we need to always meet or exceed our customer requirements when it comes to the quality characteristics. Another, we need to understand your role, and of course, we need to start lean thinking and begin to apply lean. Whether in your personal life or whether at work or at school, we can apply the lean thinking. We need always to consider what are the following ways that I can eliminate. Okay? So for the introduction, what will happen? Of course, if you are the owner of the company, if you are the managers, your target is always to reach the 100%, right? The 100% target. What will happen if your company only meet 15 to 20% profit per year? Is it okay or not? No, very good. There are a lot of growing pains, a lot of workers' complaints. Okay or not? No. What about there are a lot of rejects? Substandard product. Of course, you did not like to happen that in your company. Another, the inventory in the stockroom grows. Is it okay or not? No, because the money that we spent on the product inside the warehouse can be used to other activities of the organization. Another one, according, for example, to some of you, we could hire more people and buy more machine. Is it advisable or not? You're going to hire more people? You're going to buy more machines? Okay or not? It's a no. Okay? This would cost us a lot. Okay? And we want, for example, if we are the owner of the company or if we are holding a higher position, we would not want to hire more people and to buy a lot of machines. Okay? That will be an additional cost on our part. Another, is it okay to raise the price of the product? Yes or no? It's a no again, okay? So, because in a certain community or in a certain country, we need to follow the average amount of the product. Currently, our customers are asking us to reduce the price of our product. That's why, can you see in our mall, there are a lot of sale? 50% off, 70% off, buy one, take one, okay? Win the heart of our intended customer. Okay. Before we do anything else, we need to become more efficient in our manufacturing or either in the service industry. And we need to find waste in our process and cut it out. Okay? Or eliminate them. Okay? Because that will not add value to our operation. Okay? Another, our goal is to produce more product using our current resources. That's why in our previous discussion, you are not allowed to buy many machines, right? Because it will cost a lot. And we need to lower our stockroom inventory because, of course, if we have the product stock in a long time in the warehouse, what will happen? The money are also stuck in the warehouse. Okay? Accurately forecast exactly how long it takes to make our product and ship them on time to the customer. And another, get all of the needed parts to be assembled at the right time. So our goal is to do it right the first time. At the beginning, we do it right the first time. Okay? Next, why we need to apply lean or what we call the waste elimination. According to Edward Deming, it is not necessary to change. Survival is not mandatory. Are you all open to change? Let's say in terms of technology nowadays, what will happen? So, it is fast evolving when it comes to technology. Of course, as a student or in your generation, you are all open to change. But according to Deming, it is not necessary to change. Survival is not mandatory. What happened to Yahoo nowadays? Do you still use the Yahoo? You are using what nowadays? The Google? Yeah, the Google. Before, during our time, Yahoo is more popular. Maybe there's something wrong that Edward Deming quoted. It is not necessary to change. If you are on the manufacturing or the service industry or you're the owner of the company, we need to embrace change. Okay? Because what happened to Yahoo? Maybe it will not popular now. And I think inside this room, we are no longer use the Yahoo, right? You are using the Google, the, the, the Google Chrome, the Gmail, and other application. But you are no longer using the yahoo.com, okay? So what will happen? There is a problem because we need to embrace the change. Are you familiar with the Kodak? Yeah? The camera and then the film? Why the Kodak? Ma'am, are you familiar with the Kodak? How about you, class? That is more on the brand of the camera, and also before we buy the film to be inserted in the camera. Did you see Kodak now in the market? No. What happened? Why there is a downfall of Kodak? Because, yeah, that's correct. And also, Kodak did not embrace the digital technology. People nowadays, they are using their cell phone to take pictures. Since before we don't have the what we call the Android and then the Apple, so before we are patronizing the Kodak. Since Kodak did not anticipated that the technology will arise in terms of the digital technology, so there is a downfall of Kodak. There is a bankruptcy of the Kodak. Okay? What about Nokia? Did you use Nokia now? Before, my first cell phone is a Nokia 3210. 3210, 3310. Ma'am, did also popular in Indonesia? Before. What will happen to Nokia? Nowadays, we cannot see Nokia brand in the market. Okay? Because of the change. What about Motorola? Is it also popular before in Indonesia? The Motorola? Who uses Motorola now? Some of you will use the iPhone. Some of you will use the Android. Can you imagine what will happen to those big companies before that they are now in the bankruptcy stage right now? Could you imagine? According to Deming, it is not necessary to change. But based on the experience of Yahoo, the Kodak, the Nokia, the Motorola, what will happen? They are now not existing anymore. The same in the Philippines. The mall that is popular before in the Philippines is the Robinson. Yeah, the Robinson. Nowadays, the Robinson is not popular anymore. We have the SM Super Mall. Yeah, the Shoe Mart. That is the popular now in the Philippines. And the Robinson is no longer be popular in the Philippines anymore. So there are a lot of branches of SM even in the province, and then decreasingly the popularity of the Robinson. Okay, so can you get the message in terms of we need to eliminate some waste, we need to embrace the technology, and of course we need to embrace the different changes. Okay? Okay. Why we need to apply lean? Of course, we need to compete with other organization. Okay? After your graduation, you need to compete with different applicants. Okay? Services or products provided by the competing companies that serve international customers. Another, so why we need to to compete globally? Someone is working to do it for less and at a better quality. Maybe if we did not embrace the change, or let's say in the digital technology, let's say if your company are producing in a manual operation and the other are using the latest technology, what will happen? You will left behind. Okay? And then, okay, customer wants more. Is it true that customer is always right? Yes or no? No. No. Customer is not always right, but the customer comes first, right? If there is a new product to be introduced to the market, they gave samples, they do the feasibility study, you try the sample products, and if that is okay to the market, then they will launch the new product. That is, the customer is not always right, but the customer comes first. Because during the trial period of the new product, you try the sample product. Then if it is okay to the market, then they will produce more and go the mass production. Okay? So customer is not always right, the customer comes first. Next, traditional methods don't work. So, for example, we are always in constant battle with the current system. So, the old operating methods of the company simply don't work anymore. We need to change. We need to update our process, or we need to embrace the latest technology. Okay. So, during our introduction, Lean is more on eliminating waste. Okay? Those waste that does not add value to the operation, we need to cut it, decrease or eliminate it for more efficient production or operation. Another, striving to do more with less and do it consistently. Okay? So, our goal is to produce a quality product with minimum amount of resources at the shortest production time. Okay? When we say lean. And also, lean is the persistent pursuit in the elimination of waste. And of course, through the application of the lean thinking, actually before that is lean manufacturing. So, and then some of the books, they are what we call the lean thinking, because lean is not only applicable to manufacturing. As long as there is a process, as long as there is a beginning and end, we can apply lean, not only in the manufacturing. If you are in the service industry, if you are in the government sector, if you will join, for example, after graduation in the academe, you can apply the lean thinking. That's why it is not only for manufacturing. Okay? Then, lean improves quality of the product, since we're going to eliminate those waste. Of course, improve cost, improve the delivery, the safety, and the morale of the workers. And also, through the application of lean, results in a stable, reliable, repeatable, and a predictable process. Everything goes right in terms of the operation when we embrace the lean thinking. Okay, so what will be our formula when we apply the lean principles or the lean thinking? Of course, we need to have the teamwork. It is not only done by a single individual. It's more on a collaborative effort. Okay? So, form a team of people, the people that actually do the work. Those individuals with the knowledge in terms of the process. Okay? We need to select them as a member of our team. Another, we need to observe, analyze the current situation. Okay? So we need to analyze, we need to check if there is something to improve with the current operation. Another formula, of course, your idea, your suggestion. During the planning stage, your suggestion, our brainstorming process. So some of the members argue with the other just to come up with the right decision. Okay? The team develops ideas on how to eliminate waste. You have a lot of suggestion. You have a lot of queries. You have a lot of questions. Then at the end, the decision is more on a group decision. Okay? Another, it's more on communication. Make sure everyone knows the goals, the changes being made, the successes, and the failures. Okay? So, we need to communicate from the top level to the lower position inside a certain organization. And another one, the culture. Okay? So, it is true that, for example, when we join in a certain organization, the culture is diverse. The same with in the Philippines. If we join a certain organization, there are people from Luzon, from Visayas, from Mindanao. They have different culture and behavior. As an individual, we need to embrace that different culture. Okay? Create a continuous improvement culture. Always consider new ideas. We need to open ourselves to new ideas and suggestions. So, as what we experienced before, those older employees who are working many years in the company, they are not open to change. So, they want them in their comfort zone only. Okay? So, they are always complaining, what will happen to this if we're going to implement the new system? What will happen to us? Are we going to replace by the new system being implemented by the company? The one that is working many years in the company, they are the one that is not open to new ideas. Next. Okay, since we have the formula, so there is what we call the 8 types of waste. In Japanese, that is muda, M-U-D-A. Okay? Okay. Once you join, let's say, in the manufacturing side or in the service industry, probably you will encounter this different of waste. We have the 8 types of waste. In the acronym of downtime, for you to easily remember. Okay? The first one, the defects. Defects is the reject products, right? Okay. It is considered waste when we do the repair or when we do the rework. And also, it involves the cost and effort. The product are already being processed and finished up to the last process. And we found out that there is a defect. What will happen? If we're going to rework or repair the product, there is an additional cost incurred. Maybe we can ask somebody to render the overtime. Additional costs on the part of the company. Okay? Next, second waste, the overproduction. We are not required to produce more. We only required to produce based on the order of the customer. What will happen if the order is only 1,000 pieces and we produce 3,000? The price of the product per piece is 1,000. 2,000 multiplied by 1,000 is how much? It's 2 million. 2,000 multiplied by 1,000, it's 2 million. 2,000 pieces multiplied by 1,000 per piece, the amount. How much is the cost allotted for the overproduction? What if there is no another order coming from the customer? The money is only stuck in the warehouse. Okay? Another, waiting. Waiting in terms of the time. For example, we are waiting to deliver the raw materials ordered in other country. What will happen? Due to waiting or due to the delay in the delivery, there is what we call also the delay in the process in the production. Any non-working time waiting for tools, for example, supplies, parts, and others are considered waste. Okay? Next, the non-utilized talents. So, or the what we call unused talent is considered waste. For example, there are a lot of specialized engineers in the company, but they did not utilize it, they did not give the right job for them. What will happen? We did not use them. That's why it's considered as waste. Or if your work is not aligned to what you are doing right now, it's considered as waste because the company, they did not use you for the right position. Okay? Another, the transportation. Transportation, movement of materials or people from one station to another is considered waste. Okay. Why transportation is considered waste? For example, the first process is located at the fourth floor. The second is at the first floor. For example, if you travel from first floor to second floor, you incurred, for example, 30 minutes. What if, for the total of your shift, let's say for the 8 hours, you incurred 1 hour transportation or traveling time from fourth floor to second floor? If you are required to produce 1,000 pieces per hour, what will happen to your travel time from fourth to second floor? 1 hour. So there is what we call a deduction in your output due to transportation. Maybe due to the poor layout inside the production. Okay? Next, the inventory. Inventory has something similar to overproduction. If you produce more without the right order coming from the customer, of course, we will put that item to the warehouse, subject for inventory. Our goal, for example, if we produce product, is to make it more on the fast-moving product. Meaning to say, when we fast-moving, we can deliver it right away to the customer. What if there are a lot of products subject for inventory? The money are also stuck in the warehouse. That is considered waste. So, those money can be used for other activities. Okay? Next, the motion. Any wasted motion to pick up parts or stock parts, also wasted walking or the unnecessary movement. That's why there are companies that when you enter to that particular process, all of the parts are near in your work area, so that we can eliminate any movement or the walking from one station to another. You can easily find, you can easily reach out those parts or tools in your respective work area. Okay? And the last one is more on the extra processing. Doing more work than is necessary. Meaning to say, there are cases, one operator can move to other machines and can move to other places. So that is considered a waste on the part of the organization. Okay? So those are the 8 types of waste. For you to easily remember, there is an acronym for downtime. Okay? The defects, the overproduction, the waiting, the non-utilized talents, transportation, inventory, motion, and extra processing. Those type of waste did not add value to the operation. Okay? Next. Okay, so how we define value added? When we say a value added, customer is willing to pay for it. What can you consider? The price, the brand, or the quality? Let's say you're going to buy a shoes. What can you consider? The cost, the quality, or the brand? The quality. Maybe some of you will say, I will go based on the brand. Of course, if you go with the brand, it's either much cheaper or much expensive. And some of you will go for the price. Okay? So those value that the customer is willing to pay for it. Another, actually transform a product or service. Can you see, for example, some of the products in the market based on their packaging strategy can easily catch our attention? Can you observe that? Let's say in the mall or in the different market, they have what we call the strategy in terms of the packaging that can really attract the customer. And then another, done correctly the first time, and then when we say non-value added, consumes resources without creating value for the customer. You produce, but this will not add value to the customer. Another, low % of the time work is complete and accurate. If the target is 100%, or if the target is 1,000 pieces, we did not hit that particular target. And requires extra time, effort, or resources. We are required to render overtime due to rejects or repair. We are, even Sunday, we are required to work because of some of the non-value added that we encounter. Okay. Lean is not an acronym. Okay? And it is not a solution to personnel or performance issues because Lean focuses more on the process or the operation. Okay? It is not an initiative to reduce the headcount. Okay, class, we will not implement the Lean principle just to lessen or just to have other employees resign. Okay? It's about improving our service or the delivery. And it is not a silver bullet or the quick fix. So Lean is not, for example, the Lean principle is not simply we implement this and we see the improvement away. Okay? It takes a lot of time before we have that what we call the improvement. Lean does not require the special expertise. If we follow the formula that we discussed before, we can implement the Lean thinking or the Lean principles. Okay? Next. Okay. Where can we use Lean? Probably in the manufacturing. Our goal when we apply the Lean principles, we need to eliminate waste and increase the profit. Okay? That is our goal, to achieve the right amount of profit. Another, Lean can be used, for example, in the offices. We need to eliminate those waste inside our office, reducing the time it takes to process the customer orders. Okay? And then another, Lean can be used in the healthcare, reducing errors and the time it takes to find the critical supplies. And another, how do you describe your workplace? For example, here at the university or at home. Is it a first-class workplace or the work area? No one throws trash around. At our university, we don't have any trash can inside the university. We did not, we have what we call the plastic ban elimination. Only we put a trash can at the female comfort room. And the whole university, the whole inside the university, we don't have the trash can. We practice the garbage in and then the garbage out. My waste that will be incurred, for example, the whole day, I will bring it at home. We don't have any trash can inside the university. We put only a trash bin or trash can for the female CR. And nonetheless, other than that, we don't have the what we call the trash bin inside the campus. So our campus is situated around 70 hectares. And then we don't have any trash bag or trash bin inside the campus. Yeah. And for example, you're going to bring food inside. You're not allowed to put it in a plastic bag. You need to bring your own container, food container. I think it's more on 5 to 8 years that we practice. But during the introductory parts, there are a lot of complaints coming from our stakeholders. But now the students are familiar on the policies. They can really embrace the what we call change. So we eliminate those practice when it comes to the waste elimination. And when it comes to our utility workers who are in charge in the cleanliness, they did not get your waste. For example, in the female CR, if there is what we call, if you did not segregate it. Okay. So during the first 3 years, 4 years of the implementation, so there are a lot of complaints coming from the students, the faculty, and all of the employees. Pero nowadays, they are comfortable with the policy. Next, another. Is it second class? Some people throw trash and some clean. Did you practice this inside the university? Do not practice this one. Okay? You throw the trash and let our utility workers do the cleaning. Do not practice this inside the university. Another, or are you from the third class when it comes to the workplace or the cleanliness? Everyone throws trash and no one cleans. Okay? Okay. So, aren't you frustrated in your workplace? Some of you will say, oh, this position makes me tired. Where is the document? I cannot find it. It takes a lot of time, right? In our 8 types of waste, it's more on, let's say you are searching for the right document. So there is a motion. That is what we call the waste. Oh, time is not enough to complete this work. You render overtime daily, even Sunday. And then, due to tiredness, some of you will say, I cannot remember how will be the next task. Okay? And some of you will say, why I am making mistakes again and again. And why we cannot communicate properly. Okay? Another, are you positive thinker or negative thinker? Diba? There are what we call the common question. And are you thinking negatively inside the box and give up? If you give up, you are not on your 4th year level, right? Next, another. Part of the Lean principle, we need to work together and do something with big positive attitude. I know you exerted a lot of your effort. You portray the right attitude and the behavior. That's why you are on your senior level. So even though you are a positive thinker, you still need something to make your ideas realistic. So that is what we call, you need some of the appropriate tools. That tools is what we call the 5S approaches. Are you familiar with the 5S in terms of the waste elimination? Okay. So I will give you a quick discussion for what we call the common tool, that is the 5S. A simple method for creating a clean, safe, orderly, high-performance the work environment. Maybe after your graduation, when you are working, you can apply this one. Our discussion, you can apply in your workplace. Let's say if you are the manager, the owner of the company, the supervisor, and even in the lowest position, you will not let your workstation untidy or unorganized, right? Okay. The first S is the sort. sort English, seiri the Japanese word, meaning needed from the unneeded. We need to sort what is needed in that particular process or in that particular workstation. Okay? Another S, set in order. Japanese word, seiton. There is a place for everything. That's why you can find it easily, let's say, when it comes to your documents. Next, another S, the shine. Or Japanese word, seiso. Clean and fix it. Another S, standardize, seiketsu, see and recognize what needs to be done. There is a plan to sustain. And another S, sustain, and the most important, the self-discipline. Okay? Or the shitsuke. So, meaning to say, when it comes to the sustain, we need to train people to follow the good housekeeping rules. And some of them, we have what we call the application ng another S, that is the safety. The safety. Okay, let us check one by one. For seiri, that is Japanese word, sort English, Tagalog suriin. Is this familiar in your workstation? That one? What about this one? There are a lot of documents inside the table. Okay? What will be the success indicators? For example, if we're going to apply the seiri or the sort, we need to sort what is needed and unneeded. And some of you, for example, you dispose those unneeded materials. Area save or percentage of space available, right? If we sort everything that is unneeded in the process, we can save an area. And of course, there are a lot of space available. Next, seiton in Japanese, English, systematize, and Tagalog, sinupin. Sorry, I did not translate it to Indonesia, the bahasa. Okay. What can you see in the picture? It's very hard for you to check. Okay? Oh. What will happen to the next picture? Do you want your cabinet at home like this? You cannot find, for example, oh, where is my book in that particular subject? Where is my research project or my reviewer? And then another one. What about this one? Maybe a lot of things are in one place only. Okay, what will be the indicator? Part of the seiton. Can you see the difference? We systematize, we arrange everything. Okay? And then, you put label. There is a systematic arrangement and labeling. Is it easy to find something when you practice this one? When you arrange something, then when you put label. You can practice at home, even though you are a student. Some of you are cramming when you wake up in the morning, and then you find something, and then, oh, maybe I cannot find my book, my assignment, or whatever, and then maybe I can go at the school very late due to searching for the items. Okay, what will be the indicator? You will save a time in looking for the right document or in searching and doing the process. Okay? So, can you understand? Let's say we implement the systematic approach or the seiton. We can save the time in searching or looking for the document. Next, the next S, shine, sweep, simutin, Japanese, seiso. We need to eliminate trash, filth it, and other foreign matters for a cleaner workspace. Cleaning as a form of inspection. Okay? What will be the indicator? We need to decrease in accidents. For example, if you are in the manufacturing or if you are already working, and equipment downtime. Next, we have the seiketsu. Maintain a high standard of housekeeping and workplace organization at all times. What will happen in this picture? It's very organized. Okay? And then, part of the S, we have the seiketsu. There is a one is best campaign. We need to implement one location filing, 1 day processing only in terms of the request, 1 hour meeting. Because, for example, if you are already working and you consume 3 to 5 hours meeting, what will happen? It's considered as a waste, right? The 3 to 5 hours meeting, it's very exhausted on your part. Debating for nothing. And 1-page memo, 1-minute phone calls, and 1 copy filing. Okay? So 1 is best campaign. Next, another part of the self-discipline. Do things spontaneously without being told or ordered. Okay? When you are, for example, after your graduation, so do not let your attitude or behavior just simply, you are working because there is a manager or supervisor inside that particular work area. Okay? With or without our boss, we need to perform better. Okay, we need to train people to follow good housekeeping rules autonomously. And what will be the key principles? We need to have our habit formation, discipline people, and we need to empower employees. We need to feel to our employees the feeling of self-belongingness. Another, okay, what can you see, the before and after? If you implement it, for example, at home or in our office. What can you say in the before picture? It's very hard for you to select, to look, let's say, what document you are needed. But due to the implementation of the 5S, what will happen to the after? It's very organized. Can you get it, the implementation of the 5S or the lean thinking, whether in our personal lives or at work? Another, what can you say when we implement the lean thinking and then the 5S? What can you say on the picture above? It's very messy. And then after we implement it, what will happen? It's very organized. So you felt that you are always excited to go at work due to organized workstation. Okay? Another. Oh, what will happen? If you're the manager and then you practice the left picture, maybe you are not an effective leader. Through the implementation of the what we call the 5S, integrating the lean principles, what will happen to the workstation? The after. There is a what we call space saving, an organized, very organized area, and it's not very tedious on our part if we can see that particular layout. Okay. Aside from the technical skills, we need to practice the soft 5S practices. Contact people with a big smile. Do you want, for example, your manager or your supervisor, when they go to work early in the morning, they are always shouting. They are always, for example, you felt that they bring all the problems inside the work area. Do you want that? No, probably no. And if you are the leader, let's say after your graduation, and then you are the manager, the supervisor. Don't do that. Okay? It is important for us to practice the 5S soft skills. Okay? Okay. Be a good listener. Okay? And then demonstrate team spirit. Conduct yourself as the member of a reputable organization. You act decently. Okay? You speak. Okay? And you work professionally. Be punctual. Always keep your workplace clean and tidy. And observe the safety rules strictly inside any organization. Okay? So aside from the 5S or the technical skills, we must also implement what we call the 5S soft practices. Okay? Because this can motivate our workers, our subordinates, or our employees. It's not always that we know a lot of process or the procedures. What matters most is we need also to implement the soft 5S practices. Next, what will be the impact if we're going to implement the 5S? Of course, efficiency. We come up with the right output at the right time and at the right cost. Okay? And quality also, as per requirement by the customer. Then we can produce the product timely. Then we can contribute to the profitability of the company. And it's more on cost effective if we implement the 5S principles. So 5S makes a pleasant workplace quality, helps in work efficiency, helps to lead better quality of life. Okay? If you can see the before and after, then leads to first class area. The one that I asked you before. Helps gain respect of others, makes people admire you, and makes you a better person. Okay? Could you remember the 5S? It's more on the self-discipline. Okay? What matters most in the implementation is our behavior and our attitude. Okay. So what are the critical success factors in the implementation of Lean? We need to have our commitment. Okay? We need to train our workers. We need to have a plan and follow it up. Allocate resources and share the gains, and we need to use Lean tools and methods. So there is what we call the discussion per indicator. We need to commit to the Lean program. Okay? This involves ongoing communication. We need to disseminate to our workforce or our employees, listening to the suggestions and questions from employees, and explaining why Lean means change for the better. Okay? So another discussion pertaining to the Lean, it's more on we change for the better. Okay? Another, we need to train the workforce. Okay? We need to orient them. And then we need to provide them what we call the seminar or the training. The third one is have a plan and follow it up. So we need to have a plan for us to come up with a common direction. Okay? We need to have a plan for us to achieve what will be the goal of our organization. And the fourth one, of course, we need to allocate resources and share the gains. So allocating the necessary resources to assist implementation and then share the gains with all employees. Then the last one, use Lean tools and methods. We need to apply what is applicable for the process or the operation. And that ends. Any question? Before we end, I can ask you for the evaluation after the question and answer. So thank you for listening, and we are now...
I think we come to the question and answer session maybe. Okay. Uh, you will stand. Okay. Sekarang sesi tanya jawab ya, oke bahasa Indonesia. Silahkan yang mau bertanya, misalnya pakai bahasa Indonesia tidak apa-apa. Nanti saya bantu untuk translate. Silahkan. I think we will start. Maybe we have 4 sides here. Maybe for the first side here and here there is a representative for each side to ask a question maybe for those sides. Yes, okay. Thanks. Bisa dibantu? Please mention your name and also your department maybe. Thank you.
My name is Sultanul Islam from Teknik Informatik Engineering. I have a question about 5S, the 5S method. Can we also implement the 5S method to the academic environment? Like, how do we use the method of 5S so we can use it to the academic environment? That's it. My question.
Okay, thank you.
So actually, even though you are on your as a student, you can implement the applicable S, or probably you can implement those 5S. For example, when sorting for the needed and unneeded, if you can see the picture, and then another one, if we can, for example, clean your work area at home, or let's say inside the university, you contribute not to do the waste inside your laboratory, and you return your tools at the proper location, and then you clean the room before you leave, and at the same time, for example, inside the classroom, you simply arrange the chairs before you leave. You can implement even though you are a student.
Okay, thank you. I think we can implement the 5As in our academic environment. I think 5As we can implement in all of our life sector. I think in our daily life we can implement it too. It is right? Yes, right. Okay. Thank you for the question. And the next question maybe for this line, who will ask? It's okay in bahasa. In bahasa Indonesia is okay.
We will translate it.
Yeah, I will try to translate it. And here, maybe we will apply the equality principle after.
Yes.
When maybe one girl from chemical engineering. Maybe from here. This line, the right side, okay. There's no other.
Did you experience, for example, you woke up in the morning and then you look for your uniform, you look for your socks, your shoes, and even your school materials? Did you experience that? And then you are in a hurry or cramming that, oh, maybe I can go to the school very late because I'm still looking for some of my things, which is not very organized. So from that simple problem, you can simply apply the 5S principles. It's better for you to apply at home so that when you go outside at your home, you can practice at the outside.
Yes, this is very right. Okay, the next question, I think, Dr. Willy, please stand up.
My name is Muhammad Arif Maulana. I am from Informatic Engineering. My question is, what is the best way to make 5S as a good habits?
What is to make the best way?
So
That's all?
one of the best way is to practice the right attitude, the right behavior of a certain individual. That is the key to the successful implementation of 5S. So for us to sustain, for example, if our university, let's say, embrace with the implementation of the 5S, and what will happen if our student did not follow it? There is for example, the lack of commitment of our students. And one best way is our commitment through the right discipline and the behavior of a certain individual. If we can, for example, apply it to our work, what will happen if there are a lot of improvement inside the company of or a certain organization? If we did not follow it, what will happen? If we are always resisting for the change, what will happen? That's why the best or the key solution is our discipline or our right behavior.
Okay, that's all I think. Thank you, Prangli. Okay, maybe for other question. Oh, that's good. This is the girl representative.
My name is Firliana Ayu Febrina. I'm from Chemical Engineering. The question is, how can technology be used to improve product design and manufacturing process? And can you give us 2 examples?
Okay, so one of the best example, for example, let's say, in the Philippines, we experience, let's say, we are on the manual operation. So we used to produce product 100% manually. So due to the invention of the latest technology, we adapt what is the appropriate technology for us to compete with other organization. But it depends upon to the budget allocation. Another one, for example, if you are at the warehouse, you need to implement some of the software needed for you to easily do the inventory of the products, even the materials, or even our tools and equipment. Okay? So the technologies is essential nowadays, particularly whether in the manufacturing or the service industry. Okay. When I was working in the Philippines, before I joined the academe, so I own my 20 years in the academe, and then I have my 8 years working experience in the manufacturing. When I was working in the Philippines, we used to operate, for example, 1 machine for 1 employee. Then when the company in the Philippines sent me to Japan, we operate 5 machines. 1 operator, 5 machines, because of the latest technology. But when we are in the Philippines, it is a 1-to-1 ratio. Then when we go to Japan, so I managed to operate 5 machines due to the implementation of the appropriate technology.
I think that's really good. This, okay. The next question, maybe, brother. Okay. That's it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Abilujda, Informatic Engineering. Who to match the lean thinking with keep traditional methods in producing some product due to culture and uniqueness. Apa? Pakai bahasa Indonesia ya?
Boleh.
Bagaimana memadukan pikiran lean dengan metode tradisional dalam memproduksi suatu produk karena budaya dan keunikannya.
Bagaimana memproduksi? Tidak begitu dengar.
Bagaimana memadukan pemikiran lean dengan metode tradisional dalam memproduksi suatu produk karena budaya dan keunikannya.
Yes, I think it's more necessary. He want to ask how to combine the lean thinking into the manufacturing processing or traditional manufacturing processing.
So actually, when we implement, for example, the lean principles or the lean methodology, so it is not exactly, for example, let's say we are on the traditional way, we cannot implement lean. No, that's wrong. Even though it's more on the traditional or the latest manufacturing setup, we can still implement lean on both the setup. As long as there is a process, as long as there is a beginning and end, we can implement the lean principles, whether the traditional or the latest technology implemented inside the company.
Ya, baik. Jadi kira-kira mau tradisional, unik, itu bisa menerapkan lean thinking ya. Jadi lean thinking itu asalkan ada proses dari bahan baku sampai produk atau ada proses di situ, pasti bisa menerapkan lean thinking begitu. Jadi tinggal melihat seperti apa dulu manufacturingnya masing-masing. Jadi kita harus menganalisis dari manufacturingnya. Begitu kira-kira ya, Mas? Ya, oke. Okay, for the next question, this side.
Very good. There are a lot of questions. Yes. Try to ask question because this moment today will serve as a memory.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hanya hari ini bertemu dengan Dr. Willy, maybe. Yeah.
My name is Arvian Kaditya Pratama. My major is Informatica Engineering. My question is, how to build workstation, healthy workstation as a student? Thank you.
You got it?
How to build healthy workstation as student?
As student?
Yeah, sebagai mahasiswa. Bagaimana cara membuat lingkup workstation buat mahasiswa.
Speakernya agak ke atas. Gak terlalu gede.
Bagaimana caranya membuat workstation yang baik untuk mahasiswa?
Workstation.
Yeah, workstation.
Workstation for students.
For students.
Oh, yes.
Actually, the training that you get here at UNWAHAS will serve as your foundation. So, if you portray the right attitude, if you always cooperate to what you are doing, then those practices that you implement here inside the university you can bring outside the real world. So you can also implement that, for example, to actual scenario or to the actual work.
Yes, mungkin yang penting pertama adalah behavior tadi ya, terutama sekali disiplin. Jadi dimanapun berada, itu menerapkan 5S tadi sebagai lean thinking tadi salah satunya. Lah itu pertama adalah behavior, disiplin, menuruti aturan dan sebagainya. Itu yang seperti yang dijelaskan seperti itu, maksudnya gitu. Ya. Okay. Next question, maybe it's still there is okay. I think the time is up. We come to the end of today's lecture, and thank you for all the participants who come here, and also thank you for Dr. Willy who share all. Okay. The information what? Presentation or what?
No, I have my evaluation.
Evaluation, okay. Evaluasi. Mohon untuk dapat mengisi form evaluasi ini ya. Jadi Google Form mungkin nanti akan di-share melalui WhatsApp atau bisa difoto. Oh ini bisa di-scan. Bisa di-scan saja. Nanti silahkan untuk diisi untuk evaluasi. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Prof. Willy.
This session is very more active. So that's why engineers are very active. So you portray that attitude, especially when you go outside the university after your graduation. So thank you for your cooperation, and we are very grateful to meet new people, to have new friends in other countries.
Mungkin pengumuman setelah ini juga ada evaluasi, kemudian ada presensi. Presensi ini nanti akan dapat sertifikat. Jadi silahkan untuk mengisi presensi. Itu. Baik. Thank you again, Dr. Willy, for share experience, kemudian information and everything.
Can I have group pictures later?
Oke. Oh ya. Mungkin foto bersama ya. Which one do you want? Stand over here or there? Up here and you student will. Yes. Oh, in front of student up. Oh. Oke, kita di depan aja. Mbak Sita suruh berdiri. Oke. Oke. Mohon untuk berdiri. Mau minta untuk foto. Ya. Silahkan berdiri ya.